A supermassive black hole floating in the sprawling, endless space with mystical-looking tendrils of dark dust looks like something straight out of a science fiction movie. We won't blame you if you can't take your eyes off this mesmerizing photo. What you're looking at was captured thanks to the Hubble Space Telescope, a decades-long telescope that's unlike any other. But why are these pictures such an important step for the future of space science as we know it? Well, stay till the end for the mind-blowing answer. And now, let's start with the video. Since its launch in 1990, Hubble has forever altered our understanding, our fundamental understanding of the world and the universe. Named after astronomer Edwin Hubble, the telescope is also not your average telescope, which is something to note before we get further into the video. For one thing, the Hubble Space Telescope is exactly that, a telescope based on science. The size of a large truck, its measurements are around 43.5 feet long and 14 feet in diameter. Its front row seat to space is what allows us to look into the stars and what's beyond. Situated high above rain clouds, above light pollution, and far above atmospheric distortions, it has a wide-eyed, crystal-clear view of the galaxies that lay beyond our understanding. Since its launch, it's given us an unprecedented view of the stars, undiscovered galaxies, and even insight into our own solar system's planets. What is all this leading to? Well, over its long time in the space field, Hubble has delivered dozens of terabytes of data, resulted in over 19,000 peer-reviewed papers on its discoveries, and has made over 1.5 million observations. You won't find an astronomy textbook that doesn't mention it. Among its 1.5 million observations, Hubble has watched comets slamming into Jupiter, observed the moons around Pluto, saw stars dying, saw galaxies coming together, and it saw the supermassive black holes in their cores. Since part of its job is to send back pictures of faraway and strange galaxies, Hubble recently sent this back. It located this site some 110 million light-years away from Earth, the galaxy called NGC 7172. And at its heart, a supermassive black hole, decorated by dark dust particles interweaving together. For all scientists talk about black holes, or specifically supermassive black holes, the largest kind there is, few have been actually confirmed. Amazingly so, this is one of them. It's of course theorized that the universe is dotted with billions of supermassive black holes, each one a Goliath in its own right, with masses millions of times more than the Sun, and with powerful gravitational fields that keep even rays of light out. The picture that Hubble captured for us, and that NASA released in early April 2022, features NGC 7172, which is classified as a spiral galaxy in the constellation of Pisces Austrinus. This galaxy stands around 110.5 million light-years away. The original discovery of the galaxy isn't the news. NGC 7172 was first observed by English astronomer John Herschel on September 23, 1834. Since then, further observations revealed the following. The galaxy has an impressive diameter of 85,000 light-years. It's a member of the Hickson Compact Group 90, which is a group of galaxies that makes it join the ranks of the elliptical galaxies of NGC 7173 and NGC 7176, and the spiral galaxy NGC 7174. As you can see, today's focus, NGC 7172, boasts a smattering, or more like a lane of dust that's weaving its way across it. The image captures it from the side. This is important. Can you guess why? The picture, as brilliant and mesmerizing as it is, hides secrets that prove this galaxy is more than just a pretty face. That same lane, those tendrils of enchanting dark dust, are hiding the beating, shining heart of the galaxy, giving it the appearance of your average, everyday spiral galaxy. In case you're not familiar with spiral galaxies, or the different shapes of galaxies and what makes them special, spiral galaxies are collections of stars and gas. More often than not, they consist of young stars. Most of what we have discovered of space thus far consists of spiral galaxies. The other two main galaxy shapes are the previously mentioned elliptical kind and irregular galaxies. To add to the former statement, out of all the present galaxies scientists have observed, approximately 72% of them are spirals. Our own Milky Way, which our green planet Earth and the rest of our solar system call home, is a spiral galaxy. Now, most spiral galaxies are known to have rotating disks of stars that surround a center. That center has an area that consists of more ancient and less bright stars. And yes, that's where the giant supermassive black hole is rumored to be. Scientists can't yet directly observe black holes. They can only understand their location by their surroundings. The aptly named spiral galaxies boast spiral arms, treasure chests of dust, gas, and young stars that burn rapidly and brightly before they fade out. NGC 7172 can compete with the best of them when it comes to being awe-worthy. But this is what Hubble has to say about that. There's more to it than meets the eye. When scientists looked at the galaxy across the electromagnetic spectrum, they uncovered something that altered our view of it. They found that NGC 7172 is, in fact, a Seyfert galaxy. More than that, they found that the artery of dark dust across it obscures a luminous heart, an intensely radiant active galactic nucleus that's powered by matter accreting onto a, you guessed it, a supermassive black hole. Seyfert galaxies are top-notch when it comes to being fascinating. They're not your average everyday galaxy. They make up only about 10% of all galaxies. While they're among the most researched and studied astronomy objects, a lot remains about them that is a puzzle. Seyfert galaxies are active galaxies, one of the two largest groups of them. The second being quasars. They have luminous nuclei, which are distant and blindingly bright sources of electromagnetic radiation. In other words, Seyfert galaxies are a class of galaxies that have active nuclei. The first one to call attention to them was American astronomer Carl K. Seyfert, who was honored by the galaxy type being named after him after his discovery in 1944. The thing about Seyfert galaxies is that their brilliant luminosity can change over time. It can change within mere days, and only 1% of spiral galaxies are Seyfert galaxies. Another example of a Seyfert galaxy, other than NGC 7172, is NGC 7742, which is located in the beautiful constellation of Pegasus, named after the winged horse Pegasus in Greek mythology. This Seyfert ideal example looks like an egg with a yellow core in the center. From Earth, it's around 74.2 million light-years away, closer than the nearest quasar, which is a mind-boggling 600 million light-years away. NGC 7172 is bringing more widespread attention to Seyfert galaxies. There are two types recognized. The Type 1 Seyfert galaxies' nuclear spectra present broad emission lines. That means they're home to a central concentration of hot gas that is dramatically and wildly expanding at a breakneck speed up to thousands of kilometers per second. On the other hand, you have Type 2 Seyferts. They also have powerful emission lines, but they are more indicative of a calmer velocity, ranging around 1,000 kilometers per second. Now, take a look again at NASA's newly released picture, which is set to hit the history books. Examine the dark dust tendrils over the heart of the faraway galaxy. We will leave you with one last piece of information. It was no easy feat getting this image. It took the combined effort of data from two sets of Hubble observations. The two are set to examine nearby active galactic nuclei. It also took the momentous effort of two of the advanced instruments aboard the Hubble Space Telescope, Hubble's Advanced Camera for Surveys and Wide Field Camera 3. This was also challenging because, in normal pictures, Seyfert galaxies appear, well, normal. You would have to examine them deeper and bear in mind that they're powerful sources of X-rays and radio energy, as well as infrared radiation. As for what's next, there are a few limitations to what Hubble can do. So far, it's proven to be incredibly resilient. It's continuing to thrive in its station in space, even past its original expiration date, which it's managed to overcome with continuous updates. Note that it was expected to remain operational for just 15 years. Hubble will likely remain operative and revolutionary for the next decade and more, when it will hopefully continue to unlock more secrets to the universe. And that's a wrap on the mesmerizing photo Hubble took of a supermassive black hole with tendrils of dark dust. What do you think? Did the photo and the context behind it live up to your expectations? What more could Hubble discover? Let us know your theories below.